I was invited to go to CLS, Turning Point USA's Chapter Leadership Summit in Tampa. Yes, me. So, in my Gen Z-ness, I decided to make a vlog about it. To start, I had to get on a plane early in the morning and take the long journey to Florida. Ooh, ah. I listened to some Stray Kids, specifically the song Beautiful, as of the time of recording. Watched a movie, and had some Cheez-Its. Alright, just landed, and I need to pee. I didn't go pee on that entire flight, and I drank a lot of water, so I need to go. Oh my, that's a big flamingo, look at that. Having gone pee, I was brought to our hotel, where I met my two buds for the trip, of which we got some pizza. You know what time it is? It's time to vlogificate. Alright, so we got some pizza here. We got my boys. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Eli. I'm Ben. What's up? Okay.
Yeah.
Carolina.
Nice. We got some pizza here. Gonna eat it up. Okay, I've made it. And now, let's do a room tour, shall we? So first coming in, you've got couch area, chair. You've got TV. What's up? And you go over here. You have these three chairs, quite nice, quite nice. You got this ventilator thingamajigama. It air conditioning lubricates. You got a big mirror. Oh, look at me, I look like such a vlogger right now, don't I? We got this. We got a microwave. We got a mini fridge. We have Cuisinart coffee. We proudly serve your favorite handcrafted Starbucks beverages and snacks. Find us in the hotel lobby. That's called advertising. And we got some water bottles that cost $4. We got a bathroom, of course. We have a shower. Is it a shower? Shower and bathtub. Indeed. Yes. And we got this closet, and then we got oh, I can zoom out. And then we got this little room right here, which if both the other guys want to sleep in beds, then I can sleep on the couch out there, which would be fine if they want that. Oh, look, another mirror. But yeah, like if that's what they want to do, then they can do that, and I can sleep on the couch. Unless one of them likes sleeping on the couch, which in that case, then that makes my job easier. Since there aren't any blankets. Whatever. Fake laugh. Okay, yeah, room tour, yay! Later, we attended a welcome party. Ooh, fancy. We took a picture with an alligator, then Ben and I split off to try to find someone Eli could dance with. How'd you new target? Finally, we made it back. I watched some Ryan Trahan, slept on a couch, as 4 other dudes took up the other 2 beds.
Day 2.
Good morning. Day 2. It's currently 6-something in the morning. I'm gonna do my morning routine when that guy's out of the shower. And it's gonna be a good day today. So breakfast-wise, there's 2 places. There's the one at the there's the one here at the hotel in Embassy, and then there's the breakfast at the convention center. So right now, Ben and I, he went to go get a drink, are eating just a little bit here, and then we're gonna be eating a little bit more at the Embassy. No, the convention center. And then, we had a special guest.
We need you guys to stand up and get loud!
guys and them just like follow me around everywhere. It'll be great. I am so excited to be here, and I just want you to know, backstage and in like the Cookie USA world, they love you guys.
Sure, I'm personally more a Reagan fan when it comes to the comments section, but it was still pretty cool to meet her nonetheless. I unfortunately didn't record it, but she had a really good talk about relationships when it comes to Gen Z, whether it be not having social skills, or the guy who married an AI chatbot. After, we had a 4-hour breakout session, longer than my flight here, remind you, where we got to hear from a guy in a cool jacket, a guy who looks like Max Fosh, 2 buff black guys who are the GOATS, and a cool lady in pink. I had about 30 minutes to go from the convention center to my hotel and back to the convention center so I could drop my stuff off, because after that 30 minutes, the lads and I ventured out to an arcade, where we had a high school event. But not just that. We hit 80s nostalgia-tron-loving gold.
Gotta shoot to kill and shoot to skill. Don't you be afraid, man's gotta do how it feels. 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 10. I flip the script to make it to the top 10. Go.
It's been a long day, so I guess I'll just read a transition till morning. I don't know how I should do that, so
Oh. Morning.
Day 3.
After we got some breakfast, we headed to the convention center for one last day. We had a dude named Joe Bob who had an amazing stunt.
I'm going to guess Hayden's gender.
What's a woman?
Can we get a drum roll on the tables? Hayden's, I believe you are a woman.
A senator lady named Anna Palena Lona, who talked about her journey from being a military doctor to being a senator, and, well, finally, the man of the hour.
Hey, hold on. Now, here's what I think happened, Ken. That was a great practice run. Oh my God! No, this is good. You're already standing, so let's come back up. Here we go. We're gonna wait for the cue here. Tino, you don't tell me anything. I don't trust you anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Charlie Cart!
But he trolled us. Okay, so I recorded almost all of Charlie's thing. I unfortunately lost the footage of some of it due to corruption, so when we get to that part, I'm just gonna read what he said, because I wrote down what he said, so I'll read it. Yeah, just go listen to Charlie's thing real quick here.
The most important thing in your life. Jesus Christ.
generation, well, I'm a little bit older than you, but kind of in the younger demo, we are the most suicidal generation in history, the most anxious generation in history, the most medicated generation in history, and there's something seriously wrong where we are the least married generation, and also we are less likely to have babies than any other generation prior to us. We have more comforts, we have more cell phones, we have more things at our disposal, and yet we are having less children, and we are literally not repopulating the species. So there's a lot of things going on here. First and foremost is we do not value the ultimate thing. And that the ultimate thing should be loving God, loving people, and raising children in a society that follows God's commands against the culture, not in consistency with the culture, to stand, on my opinion, on eternal truths, fight for the country, fight for our civilization, and then also understand that you, especially as men, but women as well, you are obligated to do difficult and hard things. The West was built, our nation was built on delayed gratification, not instant gratification. That maybe I'm not going to go do what feels good in the moment. I'm going to forsake what feels good, and I'm going to parlay that into the future. Now let's talk about this. So the dating pool is a complete catastrophe. Men are unhappy with women, women are unhappy with men. And you're both wrong. Let's start with men. Men, very simple. If you are spending inordinate amount of times staring at screens, playing video games, and not being active and productive, that is deeply unattractive to women. Women, do you agree? If you are addicted to pornography or watching porn at all, stop doing that. If you are doing drugs and smoking weed, stop doing that. I'll even go a step further. I personally do not drink alcohol. If you want to drink alcohol, that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. But if you want to be a high performer, Donald Trump doesn't drink alcohol. Tucker Carlson doesn't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. It will set you back. Mornings will be a little more sluggish. You'll forget stuff. Nothing good happens after midnight while both parties are drunk. So if you want to have a life of ease, go keep drinking. But if you want to go do heroic and great stuff, maybe it's time for you to battle your flesh and not just always get drunk every single night and say, you know what? No, instead of drinking alcohol, I'm going to go to the gym. Instead of drinking alcohol, I'm going to hang out with friends and talk about deeper, more purposeful things. I'm going to go to a Bible study instead of a bar. Now, one of the most unattractive things that women tell us that they find in men is that young men have no self-control. Young men do not know how to control themselves. Ladies, would you agree? Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna do the whole other side of this in a second, so you better be ready. You better be ready. You're like, oh yeah. Young men, you need to have a destination in your life. If you are on a date and a young lady says, well, what are you doing? They're like, it's a kind of meander, and I go on DraftKings, and I own crypto, and
He's a crypto bro.
and loser. Instead it should be, I'm studying this because of this. I'm going to start a business. I'm going to work for this person. I want to be able to make this much money by this period of time to provide for a family, and I don't care how hard it gets, but I'll provide for you and provide for the kids, and I'll be the protector and the covering over the family. Follow me because I'm going to lead us. There are voices out there that say, oh, young men, all modern women are garbage, and just use them for sex, and just use them for pleasure, and that's BS. And I'm going to tell you, you cannot be a Christian and believe that. Are there problems with modern women? Yes. But our Lord and Savior came to this earth, because God could have just teleported Jesus Christ right onto the earth. But instead, our Lord and Savior came through a womb of a woman. Christianity values women in a proper biblical context. So some of the narrative that I hear at times from men that say, oh, I hate all women and they're not worthy of respect and honor. God used women all throughout the scriptures, whether it be Ruth or Esther, whether it be Deborah. And unfortunately, this is lost in a lot of the angst that young men have, that they'll say, I'm just done with all women. First of all, even if it's hard, maybe you should work to improve your own life to make yourself more attractive to the woman that you want to one day find. And They want men to be women and women to be men. We know that. And they want men to kind of walk around in a beta state, kind of walking around in their sweatpants all the time. They haven't showered in 3 days. They sleep in till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Nothing about that is interesting or attractive. Men, you know what your call to action is? Go do something hard. Go do something difficult. That means go wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Go for a run. And I'm gonna go there. Men, there's no excuse to be overweight. It's not interesting or attractive to women. Seriously. Go to the gym. Stop eating so much crap. Go on the Maha diet. Fast for a couple of days. Try keto. Eat a steak, not a soy protein latte. Look, everybody has their challenges or their struggles. Some people have metabolisms where they eat 3 pizzas and it disappears. I get it. There is no excuse though. You can make yourself 10% more attractive in this room. You can. You can go to the gym. You can fast. You can go on a better diet. You can decide, you know what? You know what's another good thing about not drinking alcohol?
What?
A lot of calories that you're no longer putting in your body. A lot. And for men, make yourself so desirable that women want to be with you. What does desirable look like? It doesn't mean you have to go look like a supermodel or an actor. Women want piety in a man. They want someone that will say, you know what? Let's go to church together. Kind of environment. Do you know one of the things that women want more than anything else is they want the confidence and the security. That when life gets difficult and when life starts falling apart, that man will lead them towards security and stability. Because deep down, women have a very well-built and finely tuned, God-given instinct that they'll be able to tell in a man when the bullets start firing, is this guy gonna protect me and protect my kids? And is he gonna provide, or is he gonna run for the hills? And for you as the man, you need to be able to demonstrate that. And it's in ways you might not imagine. And let me just give you some other practical advice. Men, if you go on a first date with a woman and you split the check, you got serious problems. I don't care if you have to go into debt, refinance your home, or scrub the dishes for 3 weeks. You do not allow a woman to pay on the first date. Oh, Charlie, I don't have the money. Figure it out. Get a job. Borrow money. Take out a loan on a credit card. I don't care if you don't have $41 to cover her meal. What is more important, the money in your pocket or the character in your heart? Don't worry, I'm almost done with the male portion, and then it's going to get even more fun, okay? Which is men. Let's be honest, we got to raise our game in this culture. We're constantly around one. They say, oh, just go place another bet on this running back to run 100 yards. Just go to the cannabis dispensary and medicate yourself. That's all a bunch of BS. Go look to your grandfather's generation that stormed Normandy Beach, that built this nation, that started big businesses, that went on adventures. If the most important thing for you is just feeling good, you're going to end up miserable. But if the most important thing is doing good, you will end up purposeful. This will give you happiness. You see, we live in a country where they think that purpose, where they think that happiness is pleasure. We know that purpose is above all of this. Serving God, understanding why we are here, that we are made in His image, that there is a struggle of good versus evil. By the way, you're involved in that struggle every single day on the college campuses. Every day you get to fight for what is good and what is true and beautiful. So next time when you're on a college campus, and if you want to be a man, this is what you do. If you want to stay a boy, go and do what your other friends do. But men say, you know what, no, I'm actually not going to go hook up with a bunch of girls. I'm going to save myself for marriage. Actually, I'm not going to go do that. But if you want to be a boy, go do that. It takes no skill and no talent and no self-restraint whatsoever just to follow your flesh. An animal can do that. A dog can do that. Do you know what mature people do? Mature people say no to what feels good and they pursue what is good. And far too often on college campuses, we have these grown boys, and I'm talking to a lot of you in this audience, and it's time for you guys to up your game. It's time for you guys to stop doing just what feels good all the time. Oh yeah, we're just gonna go get, blackout drunk till 2 a.m. and hook up with some stranger. No. If you wanna stay in the lower standard, a miserable cycle of debt and suffering and depression, lack of community, go do that. Instead on a Saturday night, say, you know what? I'm gonna hang out with some friends that are not gonna drink, are not gonna, just engage with this stuff. And then maybe on Sunday morning, I'm gonna go to church, or I'm gonna go to mass, and then I'm gonna go work out, and then I'm gonna study. Who will be happy? You know I'm right. Who will be happy? Come 12 noon on Sunday. The person that went crazy, full of regrets, the person that went out late at night, trying to find the next 10-second orgasm, or the person that went to go after something holy, or went after something divine. And if you are not, and the final thing I'll say is to the men, and then we'll go to the women's side, which is you need to be consuming information, content, and community. Information, content, and community around you that lifts you up, does not tear you down.
I'm Charlie Kirk. I'm Charlie Kirk. I'm Charlie Kirk. Okay, sure, let's go with that. Setsuru Gojo. Sure. I'm Charlie Kirk, and I already talked to the men. So now I'm gonna talk to the women and get in a lot of trouble for calling them out. It's not an attractive lifestyle to sleep with a bunch of men and brag about it. Others, you may be a CEO of a shoe company or professional business because you put the boss in girl boss or something. Personally, I'm not impressed by that. But the people who come here and say, I'm a mom of 5, now that's impressive. Then sure, you may think, oh, he's just a man, I can do what I want. And sure, you can. I'm not stopping you. But it won't help you find a good man. Oh, right, yeah, and of course, some of my favorite moments. Some women on social media, they try to send me DMs or requests. I look at their profile and their bio says, John 3:16. Okay. But you look up at their profile picture and it's their body exposed almost completely. Oh, all men do is sexualize me. Well, it's because that's what you're showing them. And yes, men will come if you do that, but they will not stay.
90% of the women here in this room deep down would want a family more than anything else. And you want kids. And guess what? You can always pursue your career later. You can always pursue your career later. Last thing. Young ladies, this is going to be probably the most trouble, then we'll go do some questions. Young ladies, you are the best at shaming your friends. You're amazing at it. Mean Girls is legit. It's like an actual thing.
It's also a movie.
Stop being around other women friends without a little bit of social shame when they start bragging about their body counts and they're just talking about free sex all the time. You don't need them as your friends, and in fact, you should just give them a little side eye. You're like, I'm not gonna do that. They're not your friends. And young ladies, your presentation does matter. You can't choose your genetics, you can't choose your presentation. You can choose how seriously you take your skincare routine, matters. How you dress, whether or not you try to get that extra 5 to 10% of how you look, how you present, that really does matter. Because the modern world says you could just, and by the way, this whole new phenomenon, I go to these college campuses, and these girls are wearing these bike shorts. Do you understand how deeply unattractive that is to men? Men, do you agree? And the young ladies are shocked to hear this. If you want men to look at you no different than a New York strip steak, just dress around in these ridiculous bike shorts. It's disgusting, actually. But if you want, especially on a college campus, to be valued and appreciated, they only care about my body. Okay, well then start creating an aura around you of piety. Aura. And femininity. Young ladies, you have a lot more power than you realize. Every young woman all of a sudden said, nope, we're gonna stop giving free sex. The men would follow and would no longer be boys, they'd be men. You do not need to chase that. Instead, you should say, I'm saving myself for marriage. I'm gonna trust God with my plans.
And if I don't find my man, I don't find my man. But guess what? If you prioritize it as your biggest priority and your number one priority in your first couple of years, your success will be remarkable. So I'll now say this for both sides. And then we'll do questions. You both got problems. And here's my last kicker. If you're a young man or a young woman in this audience, if you can't find a mate, it's your fault. It's the modern women. The men are all degenerates. Okay, fine. I bet I could find 5 things you could prove immediately. It is easy to blame other people for your problems. If you want to find the person to blame as to why you are alone, go look in the mirror. That'll be one of the most important decisions you can make in your life. Let's do some questions. God bless you guys.
Afterwards, we had some lunch, and unfortunately I had to say goodbye to my buds. And finally, after a long trip, I got to go home.
Is what I would say if I wasn't stupid. So, my event, CLS, ended on Friday, and my flight is on Sunday. So, instead, my dad flew down here, and now we're staying at a motel until Sunday morning. Oh boy! Okay, it's super hot outside. So, here's the hotel. Might as well do a room tour. There's a bathroom back there. And that concludes the room tour. Yeah. In the end, I just sat down, watched some new of Martin's live series from Korean Minecraft. And then I read some No Country for Old Men before going to bed.
Day 4.
Good morning, Nathan.
The motel had a gym and a pool, so I used an elliptical while listening to Mixtape Timeout by Stray Kids.
Oh look, it's a pool, isn't that nice? It's a pool, it's so cool, it's a pool. I'm too tired for this.
Aw, hi buddy. You're so cute, Mr. Crow. I know, you're adorable. Yes, you. Yep, you too, buddy.
Itres Rukum Ure Fry Ursati. It is required Time Te Uber K the Vlo Invid la Sut Elizing la Sterility. Do so at their own risk. 1. Individuals sold Newt Erdertake Excisisi routines Early facilified and have a physician approval to it is indeed that's to follow individ lies us the what Oxer e Lultfak und Barons de o influence ol lekol ol slimu is the presence children under the age of 1 should join only assistance Ulis con act the fronies Fakwe and slowly be used in the praise of
others. How's the abbey predecessor or ire Surgate Renesi Sar Sowing is Robaiti Aus Rakik Safety and courtesy all others. I on congratulations. I am management. But when it came to lunch, we went to Kane Pixels' arch nemesis, according to that one video of him, Wendigoon, and Alex Kister playing Gmod. Somewhere we don't have where I'm from. Waffle House. I asked some friends for recommendations, and of course, who would be the GOAT to recommend but Ben? So, we got what he says is called the All-Star.
We have made it to the house of waffles.
Right.
Oh, thank you! Thank you! Free extra waffles? Yeah. Waffle House, something tells me you guys might be above Denny's. The war begins. Waffle House versus Denny's.
The wondrous waffle of house.
Just when we thought it couldn't get any better, the rest has arrived. Ooh boy. Beautiful. You could say that we're housing the Waffle House, which waffle was on the house. It's a Waffle House frenzy. I'm going against my roots. I'm doing a mukbang now. What the heck? Oh, time lapse is a good idea, yeah. Having eaten what is most likely an unhealthy amount of Waffle House for one person, we had some more time to kill. So we walked around a hotel, saw some very interesting things, but also two things that are absolutely amazing. He's beautiful.
I didn't know it existed.
Danny Bunkerman, he's beautiful. Look at that face.
Bad Boys 2?
No, I'm asking which one you want to watch first. I've actually come across one in the wild, the Glitch Productions thing. I love these guys. I've been following them for years. Look at Uzi. Look at Pomni. And I don't remember her name yet. I think it's Mel. Sick. They got JJK stuff too. Look at Gojo. 5 Nights at Fredbear's. My goodness, he's so cute. After we did that, we sat down and watched Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which, no, I did not record that because, that would be piracy. Yeah. No, I didn't do that. Why are you saying I should have done that? You're saying I should have pirated it? You're wrong. That's illegal. I'm not going to jail for you. No. But anyways, yeah, when we came back to the motel, I sat down, watched some CJ play Rhythm Heaven, and then I headed to bed. Yay. Oh gee, I really wonder what I should do for a transition in the morning. Almost like there's a song that's made specifically for
Transition time, transition time.
Good morning, viewer. It's been a long few days. Like they've all felt really short and really long. We've all had moments from going to CLS to hanging out in this motel. It's just, yeah, it's certainly been an experience. I'll tell you that. I'll do it again next year. But I'm gonna make sure I do the scheduling right so I get to actually go to SAS. Yeah. Well, I don't know how to vlog. So I guess this is gonna be edited in the video then. Godspeed. Have a good one. And roll that graphic. Because I spent like 20 minutes on it. Tried so hard. Fell so far. In the end, it didn't even matter.
because he made it home anyways. And probably went pee because it was a long flight. 3 whole hours. Yes. Narrate her voice. Is this for taking up retention? Absolutely. Fine. Roll the graphic.